My name is Lynn. It's my channel Divine Lyne. I'm an intuitive and tarot card reader, and I'm gonna do a collective reading. I'm live on two places. If you see my eyes go up, I'm also live on TikTok. Well, I'm trying to be, yeah. We ain't get quite there yet, but I saved this little time for the intro for you guys because the video isn't saved on TikTok, but it's saved here on YouTube. So I just want to go over my little spiel in the beginning just for you guys. Again, my name is Lynn. I'm doing a collective reading. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. And yeah, the message is really just to heal. Today, I'm going to focus a little bit on Evil Eye and just to see what comes out of the deck. But I'm going to do a general reading as well because those are the two decks that called out to me a couple of days ago. And I'm also going to pull some zodiac signs and planets and numbers and synchronicities to see if give you further confirmation on whether or not this is your reading and so on and so forth, and guidance and direction on what houses to look into, what aspects of your birth chart, and so on and so forth. Oh, and if you wanted a personal reading or any guidance, I also sell products. My website, go to my website. It's listed in the description. Is also on my page. I have a protection bath. I'm working on a cleansing bath. I have a gree bag, gree bags for protection as well, and I have Florida water. They're all available for pre-order because I make them to order for you. And on the live, should you want a personal reading, that's available for you as well. You just need to leave a comment and let me know, and I can do it for you. Um, the prices are as follows: $25 for personal readings, and $7 for questions, and $3 for yes or no's. So, I mean, just let me know if you are interested in something and we can talk about it. How about that? But my website will have detailed information for you when it comes to products or services, okay? Let me just set this up here and I'll give them a moment to come on and we can get started. Oh, we'll do a little bit of shuffling. Okay, there we go. Sorry. I hope you guys have been well. Oh, I didn't make my tea. I really wanted that. It's okay. Hello, welcome. I might go get that really quick. Hello, welcome. Hmm. Hi, welcome. I'm gonna get into a collective reading. Make sure you like the live. Come in. Hi, welcome. And we'll get started shortly. Okay. Thanks to those that have already liked the live. Hi, hello. That's a nice name. Somebody's a death and transformation could possibly bring in. Oh, you're welcome. Could possibly bring in wish fulfillment. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm gonna jump into a collective reading. Personal readings are available TikTok. You just have to go to the link in my bio. Send $25 to the Cash App or I think the PayPal or Zelle that's listed in my bio. I also do yes or no's for $3 and questions for $7 if that's something you're interested in. But if you did need anything, you can either comment or message me and we can do that. I also have products on my website. If you were interested in protection baths or Florida water or a gree bag. Gree bags I have up right now are for protection, like a protection pouch, kind of like what I have on right now. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see YouTube. Can you see that? It's a little pouch that I tie to my waist. And I made myself with my protection herbs that I pray over and whatnot. So we have greedy bags and protection baths to clean. And I'm working on a cleansing bath, and I have Florida water. These are all made to order. So you place your order, and then I make them by hand, pray over them, and send them out. So with that being said, I might run to the kitchen really quick. So if you could just hold on for me in a minute so I could grab my tea, I'd really appreciate that. This one is good. I'm sorry, I'm so sleepy. Let's do this one. If you guys could share the live. That could definitely, or the For You page suggestions, what work and help as well. I'd really appreciate that. Oh, happy holidays! You see my sweater? I had something I had to do at my daughter's school today, but they canceled. So that's why I just kept it on. Thank you for the shares. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna try to get the live circulating as much as possible, and that definitely helps. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Mr. Duke. All right. I'm gonna get one more, an oracle, and we'll be done. So if you want a question answered, it's $7 to the Cash App in my bio, and then I could give you more information on the question you're asking. Puffing small woods. Yeah, I do. The PayPal's in my bio on my page. You should see it. I do. Thank you for the follow, Miss Batty. Thank you for the gifts as well. So sweet of you. I'm gonna jump right into here. I'm just gonna grab some tea really quick from the kitchen, and we'll get started. If you want, I'll give you some dice so I don't leave you with anything, because it's gonna take me just 2 seconds to grab that tea. So for the zodiac signs, I have Cancer, Libra. That's not supposed to be there. Wow, that's Mars. So that's not supposed to be there. Mars is already up twice. Is there something about that? Is that Mars? Yeah, it is. No, it's Mercury. I know Mercury just ended, Mercury retrograde, but there's something about Mercury. So see where your planet is, where that Mercury lands in your birth chart. And I know Mercury definitely has a lot to do with communication. Give me the last sign, because I only have two here, and it's both Libra and Cancer. So that's air. No, that's water. No, that's air and water. Libra's air, um, Cancer is water. And then I have a Taurus, earth. So everything but a little bit of fire. So we have a Taurus, a Cancer, and Libra. So wherever that falls in your birth chart, and remember Mercury came out pretty significant as well. Now let's get 3 planets and see what the planets are. I just got hit with something. Pull that out. You sent the 7? Okay, I can add. Let me see something. Okay, I see you. I got it. Let me answer your question really quick. Thanks for the gift as well. Hold on, let me get these planets for the collective. What's the planets? Neptune, so something is spiritual, water. Pluto, something is transforming. And then Neptune again in a very, very, very major spiritual way. Somebody is going through a spiritual upgrade, change, ascension. I don't know. But Neptune is here twice and Pluto. You could be a little bit cold, but Pluto's transformation. So yeah, that's interesting. Let me do that really quick. Thank you for the likes, YouTube. What is the numbers? Planet synchronicities. I have 10. I saw 10, 10 before I got on here too. 10, 12, and 8. Let's just look at the houses. What's up? 10th house is, I'm sorry, I'm still sleepy. Career. For Elizabeth. So I have your name, Elizabeth. Just give me 1 second. So the 10th house is significant, and 10 is also a cycle restarting, like a new cycle. So 10, and I have 12. 12th house is unconscious dreams and spirituality. And we had Neptune here twice. So for sure, something your dreams could be relevant. For sure, something about the subconscious, spirituality, even the moon or in your dreams. Okay, that's 12. 10th is career, public image, and reputation. So something about somebody's reputation or something like that, their career. Maybe you do something within the spiritual aspect as far as your career. Something is about to transform. And then I have 8. The 8th house is transformation, crisis, secrets, and others' resources. That was crazy. Thank you for the gifts. Hey, that was crazy. Wow. I was not expecting that. So we have transformation here twice. Somewhere within the Taurus, somebody could be hardworking, Cancer, and Libra. This could be justice or fair or balancing out. Maybe Cancer is in one of your other aspects. Thank you for the gifts and the roses. I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much. Hey, word aunties. Grand Rising. What else? Nothing's any good. Wow, that was pretty incredible. I'm not gonna lie. So something is definitely changing. Thank you. I had something to do today for my kid, but they told me to stay home. I don't think they like me over there, but that's okay. You're not always going to be liked. So I'm okay with that. You know, I'm not for everybody. And who I am for, ooh, is it nice when we finally get together, right? But yeah, that's crazy. Let me answer your question before I get that tea because I don't want to keep you waiting. Are you here, Elizabeth? Let me look at your question really quick. What did you say? Just walk away. Sometimes I wish I could just walk away. Will I disappoint my future if I stay? I know you guys have felt like that. Thank you for the gifts. Oh, I'm so glad that you're here today. Look at those hearts. That's so nice. I have so much to do. I have to get. This is a King of Sorrow. This has a lot of messages in here for me. Hold on. Let's start this over. I'm trying to find your question, Elizabeth. Okay. So me and my husband had an argument, and he left, and we haven't communicated for like 3 days. And what else? Hey, Tree Frog. I'm glad that you're here. I'm gonna make you a moderator if you don't mind. Just because you comment on everything, and I don't have one today. So I sent him a message that either we talk tomorrow about getting back together or getting a divorce. So I just want to know if he's going to actually reply back this time and and want to see me to try to work things out, or he or will he ignore me? Okay, let's see what the energy says. Will he want to ignore me and come? You're not done? And come where? Yeah, this one's fine. And not come. Okay, let's see. Holy Spirit, Divine Lyne beings knows what the best intentions for Elizabeth. Can I get some insight, Yahweh, on the situation? Can I get some insight on? Okay, let me ask a yes or no question first and see what comes out. Okay. Will he reply in time? Let me ask that first. Do I really want to? Okay, because let me shuffle this a little bit. I need some tea, man. This is for Elizabeth and her husband, Holy Spirit. Let me get 4 cards. Let me get 4 cards on whether or not he's going to respond. The Empress. You could be a mother. You could be a mother, or you could be very nurturing, abundant. You are definitely anticipating something, right? That makes sense. Let me get one more. What about his response to the ultimatum? Let me get one more. The Hierophant. Hierophant in this situation, I feel, stands for your marriage. It's in this hangman position, which makes sense. Okay, what else? Child, stalemate. This is basically what you're saying, because this means a tough decision, blockage, or coming to a decision. You see that? Stalemate, difficult choices, hidden information. This is exactly like the hangman, or maybe somebody's sitting in hangman trying to gain new perspective and enlightenment. That's what hangman position does, but something's on pause, and it has to do with this high level union with you, an empress. You could be a divine feminine, you don't have to be. Could be a mother. That could be what the tarot is describing. So what about it? What's this decision about a 4 of Wands? So this is definitely coming out. Okay, so what's the outcome? Where are we going from the 2 of Wands? Oof. There's a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I don't want to hear this anymore. Queen of Pentacles in reverse is usually somebody that's, it's not a positive thing. But I don't necessarily want to say that. Let me hurry up. What is this? What's the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? Six of Coins. Queen of Pentacles in reverse is somebody self-absorbed, financial independence, imbalance of family and work. So they don't have financial independence. They're dependent, possibly, or very obsessed with status and money in an unhealthy way, possibly. And then the next card that came out was the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving or financial support. So maybe somebody isn't receiving financial support anymore or giving it to a situation. Because the Queen of Pentacles in reverse could also mean the lack of. It doesn't necessarily mean that the energy is in reverse, but it could be. This is the truth. King of Swords. So this is a breakthrough. This is enlightenment or like clarity. So what's the outcome? What's about giving and receiving with the Six of Pentacles and this Queen of Pentacles? Two of Cups. Okay, that's a good sign. It's about Two of Cups. What about it? See? Two of Cups, painful ending. So it is about a Two of Cups situation, a love situation, a relationship, but there's a painful ending here. I think there's an ending here. Give me one more. See? That's competition. What the? No, I'm not about to get into all of that because that's not what you asked me, right? Right. So tell me more about this Two of Cups in the ending. Yeah, the Emperor. It's Two of Cups, painful ending, Emperor. Look, Empress is at the beginning. Emperor. I may be looking pretty wide down the map because that's how my gifts operate. You asked me something very, very specific, didn't you? Okay, I'm going to stick to what you asked me. Okay, is he going to... There's a new beginning, though. Is he going to respond in time? Let me get your question exactly. So will he respond or want to get back together? Exactly. Will he respond? That's two questions. Will he respond? Yes or no? Yes or no, Spirit? Will he respond? It says no. Will he want to get back together? Yes or no? I got three cards. I'm not taking three cards, but I'm just going to look at them. Will he respond? Or will he want to get back together? Yes or no? Maybe. There's a lot of Look, I got two maybe cards, and there aren't even a lot of cards, maybe cards in the deck. That's crazy. I don't think he will. I think somebody's holding on though. But this, I asked in my head, will we want to get back together? This is no. But this is the thing. Somebody's going through something right now. Maybe with illusions, options that are not really options. And then the Seven of Pentacles meaning a harvest. So long-term success, perseverance, hard work, patience. This is Taurus. I said there was a Taurus here too. I feel like somebody's going through something with this. This is Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. This is two sevens. This is the thing about tarot. It's just like a glimpse. It's not like a definitive, unless we're talking about something that already happened. So I could show you the map and how it's trajected to go, but you can't fully control human beings. Even God says that, because there's free will. We don't really know what y'all gonna do for real, what we're gonna do for real. But from what it looks like to me, this is an ending. And I don't think the communication is gonna be easy either. That's why Mercury came out. I don't think the communication is gonna be there like you want it to be either. And I feel like already, if you have to demand, make an ultimatum to demand to discuss and talk about things, that's not a good energy to be in. That's not a good direction for you to be going in anyway. It's already a red flag to let me know if I gotta press you to even talk about the issue. Because think about it, somebody who really wanted to work it out and like it's really plaguing them and troubling them that they're and not in a good standing in their marriage with you, you really wouldn't have to press them like that to have a conversation. Maybe not. Maybe if somebody's angry, I don't know how long it's been, but I'm just getting the feeling like it's an imbalance here, and that's what Six of Pentacles really is: giving and receiving and shared wealth. And of course, that's going to come up when it comes to marriage, because that's what you guys are doing. But maybe one person is giving more emotionally, mentally, maybe even financially, physically than the other. I don't know. The Queen of Pentacles is here. That's somebody who's usually very nurturing when she's in the upright, very loving, and she has money. She's a homemaker. She is the wife of the deck. She's in reverse. It's been around 2 to 3 days. Because see, the maybe is here. So it's almost like it could still kind of go either way, but I'm seeing no. I'm seeing no in front of both maybes. The devil, no, maybe, maybe, and no. Exactly. So that's the part that's making you, because I feel like this is him. Doesn't that look confusing? I want to say give it time, but I don't really know if that's what you're trying to hear, or even if that's the right advice. I honestly feel like it's not a bad thing to set the expectation and be like, we need to discuss this, but um, or like to communicate that, but I don't think that you should expect a lot. And I think at this point you should probably focus on yourself, healing yourself, and like making sure that you are showing up for yourself the way you would want him to show up for you, because that's the best way to like trick the enemy. Not really trick it, but that's the best way, because what you put out is what you get into. If you're putting out a particular type of energy, you could either push it away or make it'll become you like chasing it, or you just get back exactly what you're giving out. And if you're giving out something you don't want, that's problematic, like a begging or like I don't even know, the energy's not going to come back to you that way. You align with things that align with you. It's not a force. It's not a fight. It's not a struggle. If somebody want to go, you got to let them go. And then you could protect your space and your boundaries and expect to them while you sit in this Seven of Pentacles and figure it out. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be here waiting for you. I'm respecting my space, my peace, and doing what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? And best of luck to you. Now, should you decide that you want to communicate effectively and come back, I'll take it into consideration. That's the best I could do. But I can't make you any promises. That's how I would approach this. Thank you so much for the gifts, because it's too much more so on the no. And I got the painful ending by the Emperor here. Even if you do sit down and talk about it, is it that you just want to talk about it? My time is up on it in this issue. But is it that you just want to talk about it? Or are you expecting a particular result? My brother told me something one time, and I was telling him about a situation that I had, and he was like, be careful about the moves that you're making. Are you making this decision or acting this way because you're looking for a certain result? Or is this truly how you feel? Is this truly what you want, the outcome that you want, regardless of how it makes somebody else react. Okay? Thank you so much for the gifts. I really appreciate that. Who's that? Thank you, Bree Bree. I hope that was helpful to you. Let me know if that was Elizabeth. You're welcome. Was that helpful? Do you feel like you have clarity? You can be honest. Okay, well, I'm here. I mean, I gave you as much as I could for a $7 question. I really do a little. It's going to be hard to navigate, I think, for you, because even when I'm in that situation, people can tell you what it is that you need to hear, but if it's not what you want to hear, it won't soothe the soul. So this is a soul experience that sometimes you have to go through until it's soothed. And sometimes it don't soothe until you get enlightenment, your answers questioned, like all of that shit. Like some people just don't stop until you get all the way to the bottom of it, you know what I'm saying? I honestly, in my opinion, feel that you should not expect too much from this situation. Even if this person does come back after this clarifying conversation, what type of relationship are you going to have? We're going to leave, and then we're going to demand that you talk to me about it. We talk about it. Are we going to be happy now? If all it took was a conversation, right? When we probably could have had a conversation before, and you probably did. Did it solve any problems then? You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like turn to yourself. But don't necessarily push him away or anything like that. Teach him how you want to be treated. I tried to yesterday, but you had to work. Okay. And don't be pressed about the amount of time. So everything will work out like how it is. Make people respect you, keep your boundaries, but don't I wouldn't have too many expectations for anybody. And my actions wouldn't be regulated by how I want somebody else to react. I'm gonna act cold-hearted because that's how he's treating me. No, I can still be loving, but that still doesn't mean that I'm going to allow you to treat me any kind of way. I'm loving within my own boundaries. So you're teaching the person how to treat you based off how you treat yourself. I don't think that this is right now, this is not gonna give you what you want. It's not gonna satisfy you what you want. And even if you do get the person back, they have to be back in a space where they're willing to work on this with you. Or else this is just control to get your husband back. Maybe because you're comfortable and you want him there. Because deep down, energetically, I don't think that just him coming back is going to solve the problem that you guys are having. But that's how I feel about that. Okay, I really do hope that that was helpful. I've gone way beyond, you know. Let me grab my tea real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. I'm back. I like this song. Oh, I just burned my fingers. It's only love that gets you through. When did this album come out? Oh, 2000. It's right up my alley. Let's put this right here. All right, let's get started. Let's do past, present, future. We lost quite a few people here. Well, thanks for those of you that have been here. Make sure you like the live. Let's tap into this collective and see what Spirit has to say. What's a message, Holy Spirit? I like this song. Let me get I'm gonna take this down. Let me get past energy, please. Thank you for the likes also. It's really cool. Let me get a card for the past energy, for collective future, collective energy, please, Spirit, to pass. Nine of Cups. So maybe in the past you were following your heart, or you gave an offer. You're following your dreams in some sort of way. What does the left eye twitch mean? I could be tired. It's not a positive thing. I don't like it at all. Okay, that's the past. And then what's the present? Justice. Okay, now. What? That's crazy. What's the future? Come on. Anxiety and fear and taking action. So in the future, something can make you very, very anxious, but you're going to take action. Something could be making somebody very, very anxious. You could be losing sleep at night or something like that. But the Page of Wands is here. That's manifestation. You're willing to explore even through all the anxiety and fear. It's looking like somebody is brave. I don't know. Let's see. Tell me more about this Knight of Cups here in the past. Wow, it almost looks like these two horses look the same. When I seen it, I was like, look, they're in the same kind of position. Doesn't that look simple? Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. That's so sweet. You see? You see that? Even their horses moving in the same way. There's a transformation that's happened in the past to either your love offer or following your dreams or something that you wanted. Something is either ending or transforming. Give me one more on this death and transformation for the night. In the past, what does that mean, this death and transformation? I don't know. My left eye was twitching too, and when I read it online, it was like somebody you may know, maybe somebody. Okay, I'm gonna just read it to you. It said, "A person you care about might be in trouble. You may experience a small loss or upcoming challenge, or someone is sending you ill, ill, evil eye behind your back." And that's so crazy because remember I started the reading off with this. I said I was going to read from this deck, so we're going to get into it. Okay, even though I don't like the fear mongering. Wow, thank you so much. What is this? You're awesome. What is it? What is it though? Oh, it's a little bear. Thank you. Make sure you like the live YouTube. So I got the death and transformation to celebrations, friend groups, maybe third parties, but it's not in reverse. But it's like events, parties, celebrations, and stuff like that. Something is ending or transforming. Let me get one more. What do you mean by this? Yeah, I just saw the Eight of Cups. That's being suspended or paused. And Spirit's doing this so that you could gain a new perspective. This could have happened in the past already. Maybe something transformed between your friend group, and that was the intention of your heart. So you were following your heart. Now maybe following your heart looks like something different. Ashe, you like that? So like, yeah, I guess the direction of where the dream or whatever, something transformed. So there's like a Three of Cups here that is a part of this transformation, and that looks like a social type of group setting, gatherings, delight parties, and stuff like that, social events. That's being hung, or you took some time in suspension to think about it, to gain a new perspective. But then there's justice. You're sitting in the energy of justice now, collective. Wish fulfillment on the bottom. It's pretty good. I said something was gonna. Didn't I say something transformed? I'm sorry. I totally just spit on y'all. I got my retainers tightened and them shits hurt. Just to talk, they hurt. So, my bad. I got a space right here. Anyway, y'all don't care about that. That spitting is whack though. I felt like such a clown, such a nerd. You crying? I'm serious, but it hurts. Like I could barely brush my teeth. But I feel like a damn elementary school kid with the spit and shit. That's whack. But what can you do? I don't know, right? It doesn't really hurt when I speak, but sometimes you can't help but speak and your teeth touch. So if anything touches my teeth, it's like I have on braces. But my doctor is just trying to, she's a good doctor. She's trying to help me out. Thank you. Instead of putting the braces back in my mouth, she just put these wicked retainers. You know what? I'm sure you guys do not care about this. But anyway, this is like the strongest retainer I've ever seen in my life. She's got a death grip on my damn jaw. Shit hurts so bad. But when I pop them retainers out, though, I'm not gonna do it. I ain't even gonna do it. Them teeth look nice. Thank you so much. You too. That's wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so you're sitting in the energy of justice and wish fulfillment on the bottom. And what I was saying was transformation is here again. Maybe this transformation had to do with spiritual because it's here. Pluto was here. You could be cold to this group of friends. You're transforming so that you can move over to another place in life. I'm starting to get the message now. Somebody done changed. Oh, somebody changed. Somebody changed. That's nice. You know what I just heard in my head? I changed for you. I don't know if that's. Hold on. Somebody changed for somebody else? Oh, that's so nice. That's what it seemed like. Yeah, this song. I changed for you. Okay, so tell me about the justice in the middle. Nine of Pentacles. It does, doesn't it? That's your justice, that you're going to be in the Nine of Pentacles, abundant, self-sufficient. Yeah, that's good. Look, Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. It's a new beginning. Somebody got a new beginning because you walked away from that party and bullshit and party. I guess, child. Because it looks like that was what was your heart's desire at some point, but it transformed. This is crazy how I'm seeing this. That's crazy. What's the justice with the Nine of Pentacles, please? What's the justice? Oh, they could be. Maybe just some inner childhood work. Because this is the past returning. Or maybe this has to do with somebody from your past that returned. Somebody familiar. Somebody you know. What? This justice has to do with something from the past returning. Something from the past returning. It could be a person, but it could be something within yourself too. You know what I mean? Like somebody got their light back. Somebody got their, they fucking groove back or something. Their chance or luck back. Their favor or something like that. Or it could be a person. Yeah, or past. I just said that. A person or a past life person. That's true. Ooh, you've been paying attention. That's what's up. That card does represent past life. So you may not know this person, but they coming up as a Six of Pentacles, or you may not. This person may not necessarily be from your past. Could be new to you, but as far as energetically, you guys know each other from a past life. It's kind of cool. Now that's not going to be for everybody, of course. I don't know. I'm just about over this song. I'm gonna let it finish though. Tell me more. Yeah, somebody's very brave and passionate about this. Yeah, it is beautiful energy. It is. Yeah, they're on the horse. There's another horse. Next year is the year of the horse. We're approaching it. So you, you let that person get on you. Okay, I feel like all 2025 they have been stopping collective from getting to the horse. Some of you all done made it to the horse. Y'all about to take off. There's no stopping you now that you're on the horse. Wow, that's pretty incredible. I'm so happy to see this. Boy, have the readings changed since the beginning, right? What's on the bottom? Still, the Ace of Pentacles still on the bottom. Wow. Give me one more, Spirit, for this justice and the Knight of Wands. I knew it. Harvest, Seven of Pentacles. So maybe this took a while to get here. This took a lot of work because transformations are not easy. You're about to reap the harvest of all that work you did. Maybe you did some inner work. Maybe you did some inner work you didn't even realize. You know, shifting the people you talk to every day and stuff like that. That takes a lot of self awareness. That is work. Maybe not everybody's sitting down in front of a table meditating every day, but that don't mean they work. They're not working on themselves. They are. You know what I mean? This is very nice. So you're about to achieve long term success. I love this for you. I love this for you. And you did it by yourself. You didn't do nothing crazy. You didn't all you did was love yourself. You did it by yourself. That's the best. Now it's not like tied up with someone else or anything like that. It's just yours. Ooh. Yeah, that's nice. It is nice. All right, so why are you so anxious? Oh, you're defensive. So now that you're in this new transformative space, you're protective. Sorry, I was reading a message. I'm a player, that is true, but I changed the game for you. Somebody changed. I mean, I'm not saying anything about love here at all. So I'm gonna just keep it real. It's just the fact that he just said change. There's a lot of somebody changed for sure, but I feel like it's more for self because well I do see a 6 of Cups here, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's everybody. It could have been for real some inner work for real. Somebody worked on themselves, worked on their past traumas possibly. It's pretty dope. But you're defensive now. So what's the future with the Page of Wands and the Nine of Wands? Tell me more about this. The future energy. What are we taking action on? Or what to be nervous about? Let me see what that is. It didn't fall out, but I'm not gonna show it. Me too. I'm proud of the collective too. I'm very proud of the collective. All of us, like, because as a reader, I have been watching where this came from. That shit was messy. That shit was messy as hell, bro. I could never, and you could see it transition through time because there would be less people pop up. Somebody said why? There'd be less people pop up, and it'd be less of a mission for me to figure out who's who. And even if different suits and characters came out, it's still the same energy. It's either the Empress or the Emperor or one person that is just explaining to me why they're operating in different energies. So somebody really did clean it up for real. And I don't think it's just one person. I think collectively, those that have been watching, not only just to me, but just maybe receiving insight from God, and they could collective even if you ain't meet me yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm a part of other people's collectives. This spider web branches out in a lot of different ways. Mind you, I have disconnected myself from a lot of things, especially when it comes to listening to readings and other channels and stuff like that. I just wanted to remove all influences as much as possible, just so I could just focus on hearing the voice of God in His direction and nothing else. So, but that still doesn't mean that I'm not a part of other collectives and stuff like that. I still very much so really enjoy a lot of readers. And two that I can't seem to get away from is y'all know I love Leon. So that's one. He's like, I don't think I'm gonna ever stop listening to Leon. I like him, and I don't think that he is I've never been able to I haven't listened to Leon and heard like a place where it's like, ooh, you need to heal. Never. I've never felt like what was that? You know, like that was left. Mm-mm. Nobody's perfect, of course, but I've never felt triggered by the things that he's saying. Like that's not coming from a genuine place, or that's coming from a bias that within that person. And whenever he does talk about personal things, he definitely makes sure he sets it apart. It's not that anyone's fully healed. By no means do I mean that. I just mean like, mm, some people are for you and some people aren't. I like that one, and I like Kevin, Intuitive Kev. Other than that, I really don't listen to anybody else. And then you have to also take into consideration that sometimes people are impressionable. Yes, I'm so glad you agree with that. Sometimes people are impressionable and they can be impressed upon and they can be influenced by karmic energies based on where they haven't healed and access, and those can be gateways and openings to allow, and they could really make you crazy and allow you to spiral if you let it. I've experienced everything. I've made every mistake. So I'm not nowhere near close to perfect. But I feel like the least I can do is speak on it, because I'm sure other people make the same kind of mistakes and do the same things, you know what I'm saying? But those are the only two readers. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes when Kevin does speak, I can hear some of his pain. And I could be like, ooh, I'm not gonna say exactly what, but there are certain things that come up that I could see. But as he's reading, I could tell he's checking it himself. And that's what I like. He's self aware of it. So he'd be like, well, it could be this, this, and this. But usually that first thing he say, that's coming from, he feels strongly about that, you know? But then he definitely says, that's not for everybody or whatever, whatever. And I like that about him. So somebody like that, it's hard for them to really be taken over by a karmic energy and used in a way that's not productive for the collective. A lot of that is happening in these readings. Thank you for the gifts with y'all. Okay? A lot of that is happening. Especially if, I love the SpongeBob thing. You seen it? Thank you so much. I thought the SpongeBob thing was so cute, man. Did I pick that? I don't think I did. No, I picked Patrick. Thank you. I don't know what's up with TikTok and the SpongeBob thing, but I used to love SpongeBob. Wow, you are going in. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. My little TikTok check gonna be well over $13 this time. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Let's just get the advice, or whatever. No, somebody might be sad. I don't know what that's about. So what's the advice? Oh, I did see a card and I didn't say it. Only because I don't know. Let me get more. Tell me more about this pages. So okay, Spirit, I'll take this one because you gave me another one that was, I feel, a little too detailed, and I don't want to put that big person business out there like that. So they're nervous. If you want to know, get a personal reading. What can I say? But collectively, I feel like you're nervous and scared, but you're taking action. Kind of like Simba, just because you're scared. How did how did his father say it? Being brave is not, you crying? Why are you crying? Being brave is about being scared and doing it anyway. It's not about never being scared. So this somebody's very, very anxious. They could be isolated in despair, fear, but I'm getting that's not necessarily then the breaking point and anguish, that's not a part of it. I think they're scared, anxious. This is very scary to them, this new beginning, because there's a new beginning that's coming with this transformation. You saw this Ace of Pentacles. This could be making this person nervous, but although they're nervous, they're still taking action. And when I asked what, this is in the future, and then when I asked what, it's freshness. So it's something new, a bright future, creative opportunity, and the possibility of something. You know what that something is for whoever I'm speaking to. Yes, it's different for everybody. And I just don't want to say what it is because I don't like the way that's done in readings sometimes. Thank you for the follow, because I really do feel like it's an open space. And if you know, you know, like I know I may be the smallest platform there, but that doesn't change anything. Monitoring spirits, traveling to a community like us. I don't know what that means. Monitoring spirits, it's a spirit, it's an energy. So like they really can jump anywhere and into anyone really. It's an energy. Like You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how big the platform is or whether this person knows me or you or whatever or anything like that. I just don't want to put specific details as to what someone should be anticipating, getting, manifesting, or anything like that because it's not everybody's business. But if you want to know and you want to hear the confirmation past whatever you feel that's resonating in the reading, then you can get it personal. But just know it's whatever it is that is feels like a new possibility for you. I had a dream about Kevin Gates last night, and he keeps popping up in my head. Super weird. Like he was my boyfriend. Like we was like in love, which is strange because I don't even have like a crush on Kevin Gates like that. I don't even listen to his music, so I don't know what he was doing in my dreams. He lifted me up. It was I was like on his back. But then what's crazy is, and he was like, we were like so in love with each other. It was weird. It's weird. But then he dies, right? It's crazy, right? Like somebody kills him, and I'm devastated. Whatever. There's a new start here. You're anxious about it, but you're taking action towards it. Let me get one more on this for the future. This is what's coming. Yes, you see what I'm saying? She's, I know, right? Protective. That's why I felt like I mum's the word. You feel the same way. You are protective and defensive over this new, fresh start and this possibility. Wow, that's dope. I'm not showing you that. Did you see that? That's cool. Let's get some advice. What's the advice, Spirit? Hello, Adapt. What's the advice? Balance, temperance, stay balanced, have patience, do things in moderation. If you see money is coming in, you have more energy, or whatever, there's a surplus in some sort of way, it doesn't mean that you need to use it all up and like get all the things that you ever imagined that you even wanted or do all the things. Communication is coming in, lots of energy is coming in fast. Hi, hello. Keep yourself balanced. Self control. Finding solutions. I can't see you. Hold on. Hey, how's it going? It's good. I'm doing good. How are you? I keeps twitching in the left. I might be tired, but I'm gonna get to why I wanted to talk about the evil eye because I feel like, of course, if you had friends in this group and you were celebrating with others and you left them and you started to level up, people are not gonna be happy about that. That could be what the twitching is about. So you want to stay in a positive energy and a high vibration so that any evil eye. Now I'm not talking about people like actually doing energetic work on you. I'm just talking about regular everyday things. Like evil eye is just people who are envious. They watch, they monitor, they smile in your face. They're not like, not that that isn't just as impactful as someone who picks up herbs and a candle, but it may not be that detailed for everybody. Okay, it may just be just a spirit that some of your friends or family may be dealing with, like the spirit of jealousy and envy. Like they may not go to the extreme and put in work on you, but that doesn't mean that the evil eye that they have towards your blessings isn't as impactful. If you can understand that. I just got hit with something. My damn. It's crazy. So yeah, temperance. Stay balanced. Give me more on the advice, please, Spirit. I feel like if I don't say it at this point now, So Ten of Pentacles. You're on your way to the Ten of Pentacles. It's the most pentacles in the deck. Inheritance, family, friends, stability. Stability. Long-term success again. Do you see that? These two both say the same thing. Long-term success, stability. Wow. What a great card. Yeah, tell me about it. I love the Ten of Pentacles too. That's so nice. You said hello to Monique. Hello, Monique. You're doing so great so far as a moderator. Thank you. Let's see. Tell me more about this Ten of Pentacles. This could have something to do with the Queen of Cups. Tell me more. What's the advice? This person could be intuitive, or there could be some things unknown, but I'm getting more of like the moon is feminine. They're both water. I saw Cancer out here too. When I rolled the dice, somebody could have Cancer in their chart. The moon is feminine. The sun is masculine. And the Queen of Cups is already somebody who's intuitive. This says Neptune. We saw Neptune twice, remember, on the dice? And Mercury is here. Taurus is here. Neptune, Mercury. Something is spiritual, this whole experience. Wow. Give me one more in the advice for the moon. What do you mean? Ooh, so this person could be experiencing some, that's the advice. There's going to be like options that are not really options. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for all the gifts. Thank you. That's so nice. Thanks for sharing your energy. Have a great day. I hope to see you too. Hope to see you soon. I can't talk straight. Thanks for coming by. Have a great day. This the advice is there may be some confusion, illusion, or maybe options that are not options. Wishes coming true, wishful thinking. Yeah. Still in the energy of anticipation. Okay, so what do you want to know about this? What are you trying to say about this? So there could be some things that are under the moon, maybe not clear, because the Seven of Pentacles is here. Oh, but the Wheel of Fortune is here. So, okay, so the advice is you may be throwing some confusion. Or you may experience it. Who knows? Look, Hierophant. This is like a high-level union. Well, the card, one of the cards that I saw was the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands. This is very much so some sort of relationship. It is. Sorry, but it just is. I didn't want to say it, but it is. It's like the Two of Cups could be balanced within yourself, though, too. Your own masculine and feminine. And the Four of Wands could be any sort of celebration or community. But also, if you look at those two together, it could be a union. You know what I'm saying? And we have the Queen of Cups here as well. But there is some, like, a little bit around her energy. There's a little bit of, like, moon, like Seven of Cups. Maybe illusion, wishful thinking, you know, in and out of reality type of thing, subconscious. It could be because she dabbles so much into the subconscious. But the Wheel of Fortune is in the upright. Regardless, even with the illusions or whatever, or the confusions, this is still like a winning situation, is what Spirit is saying. Tell me more about this with the advice. What do you mean by that, Wheel? Queen of Pentacles. This could be an Empress. Because what's the Queen of Pentacles? This is a person. Okay, not that you got pentacles and she got pentacles. Everybody got pentacles. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, love. I'm out of here, man. I'm done. I'm not pulling no more cards on that. Protect yourselves. Okay, let's get some more on this death and transformation over here with this Three of Pentacles. Tell me more. That was a divine masculine, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Sure was. Somebody transformed into a divine masculine. False documents. There's been some false info and documents about this divine masculine, maybe. Make sure everybody likes the live over here on YouTube. Tell me more about this situation here with following the heart and the transformation friend group. Oh, somebody is obsessed. Maybe somebody in this group here is obsessed. There's an obsession. It's abuse on the bottom. Tell me more. Somebody could be obsessed with somebody else's divinity. Maybe somebody in this group. This is a surprise. It's either somebody knows that you moved on out of this group chat. I don't know why I said that. Maybe you all had a group chat. Or somebody's like surprised, like, you divine? Nigga, you divine masculine now? We was just... Okay, nigga. That was funny. But they're kind of obsessed with it now, I guess. Somebody's obsessed. What's the obsession? What's the obsession? There's a karmic masculine. That could be the obsession. It could be a part of this group. He's obsessed with something. A karmic masculine. It kind of flew out in reverse. Yeah, maybe this person went from being a karmic masculine to a divine one. Tell me more about the obsession with the karmic masculine. That shit's in reverse. This is like somebody's being judged. That's a judgment card, pretty much. Self-love. Somebody has self-love. Yeah, there's a karmic masculine that has an entity attachment. What is this? Ice King, self-love. I feel like it's two different energies here. Because I saw self-love before. A karmic and a divine masculine. The karmic could be a bit obsessed. They could be the one with the entity attachment, but there's an Ice King, a person that's cold to this situation now. That's why he's coming out as an Ice King. Remember we saw Pluto, and I said Pluto's usually very cold? Yeah, they're cold because they love themselves. They love themselves, so they're being cold to this, whatever this is. Because, and this, them over here, or this karmic masculine, or whatever, it could be your friend, your homeboy. I don't know how he's obsessed with something that has to do with you. Your growth, I don't know what, I'm not sure. But there's an unhealthy obsession here, and somebody's being judged. This person could also have some sort of entity on them, operating through them. Tell me about the justice. I gotta go. My cards is upside down. Commitment. Justice for you is going to be commitment. I don't know. Let me make sure these are not upside down. Hold on. I gotta go. All right. A marriage, that's what's justice. This is crazy. Tell me more. Ooh, somebody doing voodoo on it. Oh, you're getting justice for somebody doing voodoo on your situation. Maybe that's presently. Because I already see the justice card at the top. Tell me more. Yeah, somebody who was trying to be a boss in your life, or a boss over you, or something like that. Or maybe you're a boss. What's this boss? This is in current energy. Thoughts. Somebody's thinking about this. It could be this boss. You were in the Nine of Pentacles ready to commit, but somebody did voodoo. And they can't stop thinking about it. Tell me more. Oh, your ancestors are here. Your ancestors came in between this. The moon for a present. Destruction. It was flipping. So it was not destroyed, this commitment or whatever, that this voodoo was intended to destroy. The destruction came out in reverse. I don't know if y'all saw that. I'm going to take it. So what's the future advice here with the defensiveness and the freshness? Ooh. Again with the false. The future, long-term success, again, like I've been saying, and a healer. Could be for a healer, with a healer. Long-term success with the healer. False. Documents, info, and agreements. Something is false. Or you're defending yourself against false information. Could be about this healer and their work and efforts and long-term success. Tell me about the false here. Yeah, it's false. They can be trusted. All that shit that was said, the contracts, the agreements, or whatever, the documents, they're false. Whatever facts that was spread, and this person can be trusted. Maybe that somebody's figuring that out now. Interesting. So tell me about the advice here, the advice. Oh, this is a conflict. I see advice. That's what Spirit wants you to know. This is a conflict for somebody, so get prepared. That's why it says protect yourself. This is very much so. This is karma. This is karma. Karma is at play. You are obviously getting good karma because you're getting wish fulfillment. But this is a conflict for somebody else because they're not getting good karma. They're getting very bad karma. Tell me more. Wow, that was interesting. Yeah, the opposition, your opposition is getting fucked up for doing what they did over here with this voodoo. Your ops, they look like this. Tell me more about the opposition. There's a reverse high priestess. That's who it is. That's the advice. There's a priest too. Hold on. Well, it could be that there's a priest and a priestess. Look, North Node. I'll take it back. These two coming together, these two are what this is. It just is what it is, bro. This is a conflict to the opposition. You see it? This priest and priestess in a soulmate connection. Let me see if I can screenshot this. This is a conflict to the opposition. Look, North Node. Y'all in y'all North Node? Let me back up so I can take a picture later. Hopefully I can find it. What minute was that? 82. It's very interesting, this story today. All right. Now that we know that, and I said that this was a conflict, there is evil eye, and you do need to protect yourself. So it all comes full circle. I'm so sorry. It just flies out of my mouth. Thankfully, you're not here in person, right? Let's see what Spirit wants to suggest to deal with this evil eye and energy that could be sent because you guys have transformed and moved on. I could be talking to a man or a woman because both came out a priestess. The woman didn't come out till over here. I think all this is a man. Okay, but energy is fluid, so right. We're almost done. I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for sticking around. It's just all right, Holy Spirit. Tell us about the evil eye or negativity coming our way and how we can combat that and protect ourselves. Let's provide some clarity for the situation for the collective, please. One card at a time. Ooh, somebody is a scorned lover. Somebody could be nosy. An old flame of your recent, current or recent ex-partner still feels deep pain and rejection and betrayal. That's why I kept seeing that Three of Swords. So it could be either one of y'all. It flew all the way over here, but it could either be either one of y'all. Look at the heart is crying. Somebody is mad because you've transformed. Maybe they can't have access to this new person that you are, but there's a scorned lover out here that could be throwing all this energy. That's where it's coming from. Tell me more. Get a dream catcher to hang over your bed. I was just talking about these dreams, but I have a dream catcher. And I work on my dream catcher. I advise working on your dream catcher. Somebody could be judging your family background, your culture. Could be a very rich particular culture and like traditions or like however you deal with spirituality, religion, I don't know. But somebody's judging you and your family and your background, your culture. You know, not every single culture does this, you know what I'm saying? So put yourself where you belong. Tell me more. Envious of your children or your pregnancy. I don't know, maybe a pregnancy you ain't even had yet, child. The possibility that you could get pregnant. Somebody's jealous of this, or your actual kid that's alive and well and here. Somebody's jealous of a kid, or the fact that you have a kid. Authentic. They envy you for following your own path and not caring what anyone else thinks. Somebody is envious at the fact that you are so authentic and real. You don't care about what nobody else thinks and you stick to your path, right or wrong. However it comes out, you do not abandon your journey. That's just what it is. I like that. Hi, thanks, Jen. Root work. Seek someone to help you with a protection spell. So, I mean, I offered that in the beginning, protection baths, protection bags, Gregory bags, and Florida water. I have cleansing bath I'm going to put up there too, but somebody needs to seek some root work from somebody. I mean, I do that. Maybe somebody is me. I mean, I don't, maybe I can help you. I'm not really sure, but seek someone to help you with a protection spell. When it comes to the protection spell thing, I would just pray morning, noon, and night. Prayers are spells anyway. So you don't need to pay nobody for that. Do you? You just need, because even if you pay somebody else, at some point you could have them conjure up a spell. Anybody could do that. I'm not to say that some people are really, really good spellcasters. So I'm not going to sit up here and say anybody could do that because that's not true. But I'm talking about just the most basic aspect of what it is that you're doing, right? So if we want to turn it, spellcasting is words, writing, maybe even rhyming, music, song, poems, right? But with intention. So you could also apply that to prayer, right? Psalm 35. Psalm 105, Psalm 109. There's so many. What else was I reading? Well, I was reading something else that was not Psalms. Let me show you something. I got this book. Hold on. It's gonna be flipped. I don't want to flip it because I'm gonna look weird. But it says 30 Prayers of Divine Protection by Canaan Bridges. Cayenne Bridges? Canaan. I read this every morning. Pray to the white light of Lord for protection. Yeah. So I read this every morning. I also read the book of Psalms. I I pick I just close my eyes and I ask God to lead me and I stop at a page. And most of the time it resonates exactly where I am in life. And I'd be like, that's pretty amazing. But I do that, I read that, and I also follow on YouTube a chronological Bible, and I read different Bible verses per day. I tread lightly with that because it takes a lot of discernment, at least for me, to get through the Bible, because there's a lot of stuff on there to be like, huh? Do what? Slaves, listen to your masters. But I feel like when I listened to that verse, they were talking about being a slave to God. I just don't know why somebody would refer to that relationship that way. It's weird. Because I really don't think that God sees it that way. God is a God of love, and light. Yes, of course, there's the destroyer aspect of God when it's necessary. But for the most part, if you're walking in the divine light, and it doesn't take much to do that, you just have to try. I mean, you could say that that's what they mean by that, being a slave to God. Or you could say that that is exactly what they meant to say to the slaves so that they continue to work for their masters. I'm trying to see what I read this morning. Hold on. That's what I don't like. Oh, oh man. It was a let's look at 33. It was a book that I don't usually, I've never seen or heard. That's why I was like, oh yeah, I need to remember that. Oh, we have Psalm 91 verses 1 through 3. That's a good one for protection, divine protection. And then he has his own prayer that he writes on the side. That's what I like. So that's what made me think of this book and spell work, because I mean, you could say if he's writing his own prayer and referencing the Bible verse here, because look, it's right there, Psalm 91, and this is his own interpretation and prayer of this, then that's a spell, right? It would be the same. Let's see, what else, Spirit? Hating on your successful life choices. So there could be people that you left behind that hate the fact that you're making better choices, or you